You follow the blueprint. You secure the career, get the square footage, the cars, and the family. Yet you wake up feeling entirely empty, asking a quiet, persistent question: is this all there is? That specific burnout is incredibly common. It stems from a single, deeply ingrained habit. You are operating from a state of external power. External power is the use of your personality, your image, your achievements, your wealth, to manipulate the world around you. You rely on these elements to make yourself feel safe, worthy, or validated by other people. Relying on outside forces is completely fragile. Your stock portfolio goes up and down. You can buy a new car, and the next day someone hits it. You can win an election or lose it. When you try to cure an internal emptiness by accumulating temporary physical things, the math simply fails. Doing everything right for external validation guarantees that the void inside remains. In the early 1990s, spiritual teacher Gary Zukav sat down on daytime television and introduced a radically different way to approach life. He called the alternative to this endless chasing authentic power. Authentic power occurs only when your personality, your daily habits, actions, and thoughts serves the deeper energy and purpose of your soul. When you reach this state, the daily anxiety drops away. You stop looking for reasons to be angry or frightened. Instead, you become fully engaged in the present moment, deeply excited simply to be alive. True power is never found by controlling the people or circumstances around you. Real power is aligning your daily actions with an unshakable internal purpose. The engine that makes this alignment possible is a mechanism you use every day, whether you realize it or not: the principle of intention. Intention is often treated as a soft, philosophical idea. In reality, it acts as an absolute, unbreakable law of spiritual physics, the law of cause and effect. Every single action, thought, and feeling is motivated by an intention. You cannot see it or weigh it, but it is the invisible cause that drives the physical action. The physical effect is inextricably linked to that intent. If you put out energy rooted in anger, fear, or greed, the universe reflects that exact energy right back into your life. You cannot cheat this system. The purity of your invisible intention entirely dictates the reality of the physical results you experience. Let's test this physics using a highly relatable daily scenario: the disease to please. Imagine a friend suddenly asks you to drop everything and do them a massive favor. On the ego path, you offer an immediate yes without thinking. The hidden intention driving this response is the desire to be liked and validated. Driven by a lack of self-worth, the outcome is predictable. You end up exhausted, drawing in people who exploit your availability. Now, the soul path. Instead of an instant reaction, use a delay tactic. Let me check my schedule. That pause is critical. It allows you to check your internal GPS. You only proceed with a yes if your intention is a genuine, joyful desire to serve the other person. The space between the request and your answer is where your power lives. It gives you the necessary room to intercept an ego-driven reaction and consciously choose an action rooted in pure intention. This principle does more than protect personal peace. It also changes how a professional operation scales its impact over decades. After learning this concept in the 1990s, Oprah Winfrey gathered her production team and declared a strict new standard. They would no longer put a single television show on the air without a clear written intention. The intention had to align with an absolute truth. It had to override the temptation of chasing pure ratings or temporary buzz. Even booking the biggest A-list celebrity required justification. Producers had to explain the deeper, soul-aligned intention of the conversation before a guest like Brad Pitt was ever allowed to sit in the chair. For 25 years, the show remained at the top of its field. By leading with intention, the team stopped reacting to market trends and instead focused on whether every hour of television fulfilled its predetermined purpose. To keep this principle grounded in your daily life, Gary Zukav offers a final unifying framework: the mothership and the little boat. Imagine a massive, magnificent ship moving through the ocean. It knows exactly where the entire fleet is going. This is your soul. You, your physical body, your personality, your daily routines, are just one of the little boats in the water around it. Because of free will, the little boat can choose to sail in the opposite direction, prioritizing external power. In Gary's view, this is a sure way to find rough water, eventually returning you to that same sense of emptiness. When the little boat decides to sail in the exact direction the mothership is heading, the waters smooth out. Your daily life fills with meaning, purpose, and love. Authentic power is simply remembering that you aren't fighting the ocean alone. Your daily intentions act as the compass, constantly pointing you back toward your soul's true course.